In the late 70s and early 80s, I really felt there was a new consciousness emerging on the planet. What is it that keeps us from embracing all that we can be? I was working as a therapist, and what I found is that we're not just talking psychology here. We're talking about transcendent experience. We have to go back and look at the mystical experiences in Western tradition and also in the East to see what this experience is, make it more familiar, and then go looking for it. I actually tried to write the Celestine Prophecy as a parable, much of it based on my own experience. The first 9 insights in the Celestine Prophecy are a clear summary and the steps that each of us were taking personally to embrace this new consciousness. The insights that bring us to this awareness began with the perception of meaningful coincidences in our lives. There's mystery, there's miracle. The second insight is understanding that these coincidences are meaningful. They're historically significant. They represent a kind of an awakening from a materialistic slumber. Live in a universe of dynamic energy, which is the third insight. So once we open up to the mystery again, then we start to see the universe for what it really is. It's not matter at all. It's really energy. The fourth insight is really understanding where conflict in the world comes from. You know, we're energy beings, but yet we feel cut off from the mystical source of this energy ordinarily. So we try to control each other and dominate each other because we can capture each other's energy and get an energy boost that way. You know, the opening of the heart is the fifth insight. We have a sense of connectedness with everything around us. We have a sense of euphoria, which is total security. The fifth insight, of course, is the way we tap into energy so we never have to compete for energy with another human being. Work through our control dramas and forgive all of that. Everything we've done wrong, what everybody else has done wrong. Everything that happened had a message about who we are and the path that we're on. And once we start to intuit that we're here on a mission on this planet, then what happens is that the synchronicity really takes off, because then it all pertains to accomplishing this movement and bringing it more into clarity. What's left is the eighth insight. We can uplift people that we interact with in a way that gives them energy, helps lift them into their higher self, and of course allows them to give messages back to us. The ninth insight, of course, is seeing this process of synchronistic growth that we're in and intuiting where we're headed. What we're doing is raising the vibrations of our bodies on this planet. It's really a level of awareness. If we hold a certain level of awareness, when we meet someone who's not operating at that level, they tend to be drawn into it. There's a contagion of higher consciousness and awareness that's gradually circling the planet. 10th insight is said in the Appalachians, the Blue Ridge Mountains and the Smokies. They're incredibly powerful places where I think the veil is the thinnest between the two dimensions. We're looking now back to the Native Americans because they had a philosophy of life that revered the natural as part of cosmic divine. We can go to places like this in the wilderness and really get in touch with who we really are, where we come from, what we came to this planet to do. But these places are under direct attack now more than ever before. we individually and in our own communities have to be guardians of what wilderness is left, because it helps our spirit to be able to go to these places. We want our kids to be able to go to these places.